Like, where would you say you've come from since then?
Yeah, I mean, it's comfortably 10x that now.
Yeah, because at the start, I remember after you invested, it was literally just about getting that return back. You wanted to break even, learn the skills so that you knew what to do going forward on your own. Like, where would you say you've come from since then?
Yeah, I mean, it's comfortably 10x that now. And I mean, we've only really scratched the surface of what we can achieve. So yeah, I'm looking forward to pushing it forward, to seeing what we can do.
So would you say that you'd be better off investing into me or into crypto?
Yeah, definitely self, 100%. Because crypto right now, I'm not up 10x, put it that way.
Yeah, crypto's not doing well. Okay, man. And for you, what were some of the biggest things that we figured out in terms of the way you were going to help people that's had that big effect on a lot of the people you worked with? Because we've got good results right now.
Yeah. So when we broke down our customer, to begin with, we didn't really know exactly what we wanted to go after. We were looking at maybe going down the B2C route, where it was guys that were in wholesale that wanted to transition to PL, which we are still doing a little bit of as like a downsell.
Yeah.
It's not really a downsell, it's kind of a different offer, but
still 5K.
Yeah. The main offer though that we worked out, and this kind of came through like referrals that were coming in, and I was having the same people coming in every single time. They were coming with the same problems. And many people on Amazon, many brands on Amazon, and these are successful brands. So these are brands that are doing at least 100K per month, mainly Shopify brands that were maybe drop shippers or just didn't sell on Amazon, don't sell on Amazon. And they experience hijackers, predominantly Chinese, that will copy their brand, put it on Amazon, and they'll leech onto the search volume, the branded search volume that's coming in into that brand.
That's also being paid for.
That's being paid for because obviously they're already advertising on Meta, TikTok, Google, wherever that awareness is coming in from. And they're paying for that search term on Amazon. So for example, this is Miel Coffee. Now obviously you're not going to sell this coffee on Amazon, but I'm using this as an example. Miel Coffee is the brand, right?
Yeah.
So let's say you were selling this Miel coffee on Shopify and you were driving Meta ads, creatives, from Meta to Shopify. Now, not everyone is going to go straight to Shopify. They're not going to go straight to website because a lot of people psychologically, they just think of Amazon first because they trust Amazon.
I literally do it. It's personal branding, right?
Exactly.
It's not personal branding, but it's branding. You know you trust it. You know that it's going to come on time. You know you're going to be able to get a refund if something doesn't work super easily. Exactly.
So people go to Amazon first. They don't necessarily always go to Shopify. And then when that brand's not there, sometimes or a lot of the times they'll either get converted by a hijacker that's pretending to be them, or they're getting converted by a competitor that's either better than them or worse than them, but they're just converting because they're on Amazon.
Yeah,
they have that
pay for the traffic.
And they're paying for that traffic.
I feel like I've researched into e-com so much since working with you so that I could understand more about, obviously I help people build coaching businesses. I don't help e-com businesses. So I had to research e-com loads to understand what your audience would want and what they wouldn't want and what's important and what's not important. And the biggest thing as well that I've seen is these bigger brands, as they're crossing these 100K, 200, 300K, 500K threshold, they then start to look at their branding more.
Yeah.
Not just about the ads, not just about the product, but actually the branding they have themselves. And it becomes more and more key. And like their trademark and everything becomes more and more key.
Yeah.
So if you've got someone else stealing your audience and they think it's similar to you, or they maybe even buy it thinking it's you, you really affect your branding. When they ship a cheap Chinese version that doesn't work as well, but you paid for the advertising for, you brought the person on for, and then they don't get the actual delivery that they want, they don't get the product that they want, it then just causes a bad reputation. And you don't get people coming back. What do you feel like the importance is behind making sure you specialize? Because when we went into things, we first generalized, right? We looked at as many different types of e-com businesses as there were, see where your actual experience and knowledge applied to them. And then now we've super specialized.
Yeah.
We charge a lot more, and you have a team as well of only 2 people, but specialized in those things to really help those people.
Yeah.
How important has it been for not just your consultancy business, and I mean 10, 20xing what you invested and where you're going with things? I think we both can see that this could be something really, really big for you, but also for the people that you're working with.
Yeah, I mean, right now, I've said to clients, and with where I'm at right now, I'm keeping it at this capacity. Like, I don't want to grow the team any bigger. I don't want to grow too many clients. That might change in the near future. But I'm really understanding our niche. I'm really understanding our customers best I can, because then I can service them, other clients, much better in the future.
And I think that allows you to make people feel more comfortable.
Yeah.
Because e-com business owners, like we met some, that have got these branding issues. because they haven't got the trademarks.
Yeah.
It's a fucking sticky situation that you
mean,
really don't want to be in.
Brand owners that are doing 300 or 400K a month, I've had a look through their problem. You know, competitor's got a trademark. They can't launch on Amazon because that competitor's already launched brand registry on Amazon, so they can't do it under their brand because someone's taken it. And there's nothing you can do because Amazon laws are different to trademark laws and the way that things set up. So that's been cut off. They're struggling now with branding because they've got a competitor. It's almost like a parasite, like a parasite in your business.
Yeah. Because
you've got a competitor that's taken a lot of sales on Amazon and confusing your customer. So you're then in the dilemma. It's where like, okay, do I take legal action against this well, it's not a competitor, it's a parasite, or do I go for a complete rebrand and then essentially kill the parasite?
Yeah. So I mean, like, you can just see how passionate you are in this really specific thing.
Yeah.
And the good thing is about this is most people chase what they can do to get someone towards the goal, but most people work with someone to get away from some sort of pain.
Yeah.
Like away from some sort of situation. Like even for you, there was some sort of discomfort there because you knew you had this really high value skill and you were leveraging it, but nowhere near the way that you could.
Yeah.
And you've instantly added a really solid amount of income to what you're doing every month. And that comes from pretty much just using the exact same skills you have.
Yeah.
And it's the same, like the way we've attacked it is not how can we just help all these brands get to X, Y, Z, even though that is important. But the way you are as a person is the way you have to build the coaching business. And for you, you're quite strategic. You think of stuff really far ahead of time. You want stuff to be sustainable. You want stuff to last a long time. You like to build genuine enterprise value, a genuine business that can be sold. And the way you go into companies is you get these guys that build these massive e-com businesses, they pump them right up, and then they haven't actually laid the foundations for them to be like sustainable on Amazon and stuff like that. And then you come in and you're basically like the fireman, that all these little fires that they've got going up.
Yeah, it's a good way of putting it.
Yeah, all the fires that they've got going in their mansion, which aren't really affecting the mansion because they're not big enough, but eventually will spread and burn the whole thing down. You come and just put out.
Yeah.
And that's a really important thing for people to have, because even though they're building it up and up and up and they're in this exciting like roller coaster, they also have in the back of their mind that these fires are happening, and if they don't get put out, that is all going to just crash down.
Yeah, it's really true. I mean, if I look at the guys that I work with, the best clients, the perfect clients are literally like that. The guys that have built something really fast and need essentially someone to fix the Amazon issue, but also someone that wants connections within the industry. Because I've been in this game for 5 years now, I've built connections everywhere, especially with Amazon, but also, you know, within e-commerce as a whole. If we go back to what we were talking about in regards to, you know, putting out the fires, that's only step one. Like, I always say to anyone, you know, with Amazon that has these issues, the best form of defense is offense.
Yeah.
Getting yourself on Amazon, getting yourself launched,
and
then driving all that traffic to your listing, because that traffic isn't going to go anywhere if you're doing meta ads. It's only going to get more as you scale. So not positioning yourself and not putting yourself on Amazon is a negative to your business.
100%. And the thing is that's literally as well what coaching is as well. And the same thing with you, with everything. Is like, you can get someone on for one issue. And I think a lot of people, they try and focus everything they do on all the issues someone's going to have or all the things that someone wants. But you need to actually focus on the direct thing that the person you're going to work with is thinking about at the time. So if it's that this issue is happening with the business, this fire needs to be put out, create everything and talk to them, build your Miro, build your game plan, have the call with them based around that thing. Because once that thing has been solved, they'll then have the next thing on their mind. And then that's why they'll renew with you. That's why they'll pay another 5K, because they know and trust you for being the person that solved the first thing, so that they want to know and trust you to be the person that solves the next. And because you do a good job, they continue to solve it. Like, think about Hugo. Like, you've solved so many more issues for him than even the one that you came on for. So he just trusts you as this problem solver that you're within his business, and just adds this whole layer of security to his business that he wouldn't have because you're just consistently solving issues. And that makes you like so much more fundamental, which is why he's way more like, I'll basically pay you more happily.
Yeah.
Firstly, for one, if someone's watching this that owns an e-com business and is thinking, actually, this kind of applies to me, where can they find you?
Well, they can message me directly on Instagram or send me an email. To be honest, just WhatsApp me be the best way. WhatsApp's the best form of communication for myself.
Okay, cool. And for someone looking to get into coaching, maybe as a fitness coach, or occasionally I work with different types of coaches, that's on the fence, kind of thinking about it, or maybe they're doing coaching but they want to go to that next level, what would be your last takeaway, I don't know, of not just working with me but also getting into the coaching and scaling that up?
I mean, if you look at the results you generated in the past for probably people that are maybe even dumber than you,
Yeah.
and they've achieved really good success working with yourself. And then if you think about it logically and you think about what you maybe already have, you've already built something and you already generated income. And then you're coming to a guy who's generated income not only for himself, has not only coached multiple other fitness coaches and non-fitness coaches had to scale their businesses, then why would you not work with you? There's no reason not to. Like, if you want to make more money, you go to someone who's made more money than you.
Yeah.
So, like, I saw this thing earlier from Hormozy, and it said, like, you go to Warren Buffett. Like, Warren Buffett has gone through so many cycles of investing. Who are you to go against Warren Buffett? Like, all you have to do is download the information in your mind and then do what he has done.
Yeah.
And then he said, well, if it was from if a teacher was giving you that same information, and they're paid $50,000 a year to teach, you would not take that information seriously. So, you coming from a high authority position and you've made that money, and someone who looks up and says, okay, I want to achieve that, why would you not want to go ahead with yourself?
And it's also a little bit about humbling yourself as well, because me and you, it's not like we were earning crazy different incomes really, but you just hadn't earned the income in the coaching space, which is why if I wanted to build income in e-com, I'd probably come to you. But for me, it's not like a secondary thing. You could build the coaching without really affecting the other areas in your life. Like, it's almost like a byproduct, like I say, of the knowledge you have, that means you can launch something, scale it more easily, and then build income from it. Where for me to do e-com would be like a whole nother thing. I could have to learn a whole nother thing. But it's, for example, even for me, I would go to you. And I think you also have to humble yourself in the fact that you knew how to build a big e-com business, but not necessarily 100% clear on how to build a big coaching business. So then going to someone that has built it in that specific area allows you to then go and build it in that specific area as well. And I see that even with you and Amazon, and the way that you treat that is like, okay, the people you work with, they can try and do everything they can to figure it out, solve the Amazon, and actually put themselves in a position where they can win. But they're in a position where if they don't put out the fires, it's going to burn down the whole house. So why go and try and get the water from the, I don't know, well, or try and bring up a hose to the house, when you can just ring the fireman that's put out hundreds of fires, knows exactly what to do, and is going to get it sorted straight away so you can move forward and continue building the house and continue scaling everything up. Nice. Sweet to have you on, man. Oh, really, yes. Sweet to have you on, and hopefully you like this video. If you did and you're like interested in actually working with me, then I'll put a link below for you to actually book a call in with me so that we can chat one-to-one, go over a free roadmap, and actually strategize what needs to happen for you to get from A to B. Only book this if you're serious, but I appreciate you watching to the end of this video. So I don't normally put my actual direct call booking link below a video, but I will today. So if you're interested, you want a roadmap, or maybe you just want a free game plan, you don't have to work with me, it's no obligation, then you can click below, book a time, and me and the team will see you on there.